I'm back. Welcome. Today we're talking about summarizing, which is basically expressing the main idea of a passage in fewer words than the original. So it's similar to paraphrasing in that you're using your own words and your own ideas to restate what the author said, but it's different in that it's much shorter than the original. It's only capturing the main ideas, where paraphrasing was pretty much saying the same thing in different words. This is only saying the main idea. So, to summarize a paragraph, the first thing we need to know is that we're going to write one sentence. And again, this is to summarize a paragraph. So first, we're going to write one sentence that's shorter than the original paragraph. All right, second, we're going to include the main idea and important supporting ideas. We're going to write one sentence that's shorter than the original. We're including the main ideas and only the most important supporting ideas. We're going to follow the same organization. The same organization as the original, so if it's listing something, we'll want to do the same thing. If it's a sequence, like first, second, third, a process, compare, contrast, cause and effect, problem, solution. Whatever the organization is of the original, we'll want to do the same thing in our sentence. And also remember, don't add any new info. No new information here, it's just summarizing what was already in the paragraph. Okay, we're going to look at an example that I was talking about earlier. So the paragraph is, in developing countries, poor people have suffered the most from shortages of clean water. There are several reasons for this. First, in many developing countries, the majority of houses in poor villages and urban slums are not yet served by a piped water system. People living in these places often have to walk many miles to find water and carry it home in jugs and plastic containers. Second, these people usually have few alternatives to the piped water supply. There may be water closer by in rivers or lakes, but this is often dangerously polluted. In some areas, street vendors sell water by the liter, but they often charge extremely high prices for water that is not always safe to drink. So we're going to write one sentence, and let's see. All right, so the main idea in this paragraph is the topic sentence is the first sentence. Poor people have suffered the most from shortages of clean water. So first, we want to write down the main idea. I'm not going to write all this for you here, but these are the things you want to write down. The main idea. And then we need to look at what kind of organization is it. In this case, listing. We saw first, second, so we're naming different reasons why poor people suffer the most. And then the supporting facts or ideas, we can look back to see that their houses don't have pipes that bring in water, and they don't have many good options for getting fresh water. So these are kind of the two main ideas I see. So if we put all these ideas together, we're going to include our main idea in the same organization as the original and our supporting ideas. My summary would be, poor people in developing countries suffer the most from shortages of clean water because their homes don't have piped in water and they have few other sources of fresh water. So basically we took that whole paragraph and condensed it down to one sentence that says basically the same thing. And that is a summarization, or a summary. Now, when we want to summarize something longer, so we're going to summarize a passage. First, we want to read the whole passage and mark the overall thesis statement and the supporting points, maybe the topic sentences in the other paragraphs. Again, we're going to look at the organization of the whole thing, and we're going to follow that pattern in our summary. Then we're going to write one sentence summary for each paragraph, just like we did for the original paragraph. Now we're doing that for each paragraph in the essay. And then we'll combine those sentences into a paragraph that summarizes the whole passage. So, read the whole thing and mark key ideas. That's your thesis statement, your other topic sentences. Again, we need to determine the organization of the whole passage. Then we're going to write one sentence per paragraph. So for each paragraph, we're going to write a one-sentence summary. Then we combine all those sentences into a short paragraph, and we might need to make some changes to connect the ideas. And the main ideas in the summary paragraph should be similar to the thesis statement of the whole passage, and the summary paragraph should follow the same organization, remember. This is for a longer passage that's maybe 4 or 5 paragraphs, kind of like the essays we're going to write together in class. If you have something even longer than that, it's basically the same procedure, but you'll have to divide the passage into parts. So each part might contain several paragraphs, but we're going to write one summary sentence for each section or each part, not for each paragraph. And again, we'll make it into, combine all those sentences into one paragraph that gives the main idea of the whole article or the whole essay then. Sounds a little bit complicated, but don't worry. We're going to practice together in class the next couple of days. And that is all I have for you, and have a great week. Thanks.